Hey guys, welcome to a reading for spring. So happy spring equinox. I know it was a couple days ago, or a few days ago, but I did want to get a message for you for the energy of spring, but I did need to get out the rest of the sign readings because I was kind of behind. Yeah, we have spring equinox. It happened on the 20th, like March 20th, for those of you who don't know. Also, that was the mark of Aries season. So we are in a new astrological year. So we're going to take a look and get some messages around the energy for spring. Typically, as most of you probably know, spring happens until kind of late June. So we got a few months here of the spring energy. So I just want to kind of tap into that. I've got a few oracles here. I've got some tarot, and we're just going to kind of see what wants to come through. This is going to be general and collective. So yeah, take what resonates, leave the rest. So let's see. What is this energy for spring? And if you do like these types of readings, make sure you like and subscribe if you have not already, just so that it pushes things out and we can build the community here. And then also, if you subscribe, obviously you get updates of when I post, because I do also do sign readings as well, and pick a cards. Okay, so let's see, what is the energy here for spring? What do we need to know? What's the energy for spring? What is the energy for spring? So we have the road is clear. You know what to do. Walk your way. Interesting. So some of you maybe already have like plans, or at least an idea of like where you're going. It's giving me the question like, what is your destination? We also have the cycle breaker. You'll get through it. Cycle ending. Interesting as well, because we're in the midst of eclipse season, which eclipse season can be a lot of big endings or beginnings in our lives, depending on our charts and kind of what's going on, you know, collectively and stuff. We also have dancing with stones, movement, teamwork, and partnership here. I feel like there could be a lot of like, either you're going to be moving your body more. I mean, springtime does that a lot because it's like everyone feels like their energy is being revived. Sun's back out, right? Like people kind of have this like boost of energy. If you're not moving your body, I feel like there's a message here to start making that, some aspect of a priority within your day or your week. But I also feel like there's something around like socialization. So like just getting out in the world a little bit more. And again, Aries season does that. The spring energy does that. It just really kind of calls to us to, start moving in any aspect, even just towards things in our lives, right? Taking action. So I feel like there's a cycle here that feels like maybe it's closing out. Some of you are in the midst of it though, and it's like you're in it, you know? But I feel like at the same time, like, you know what to do. Like the path is clear. You see where you're supposed to be going. You know what your focus is, even if you're going through some challenges, some endings, or just a cycle in your life that you're working on breaking or changing in some sort of way. This could be in your finances. This could be in your relationships. It could just be like in your health or anything in your life where, you know what you want to do, you know what you want to have, you know where you're going. And I think it's just staying on that path. I think spring is going to bring you a lot of energy to keep moving forward, to keep shifting things and moving through things. I feel like for some of you, this has been like quite a journey, like a long journey. What else do we need to know here for spring? I really do feel like you're going to be walking away from what this is in spring. And like she's even got her back turned, you know? Okay, so we have 2 cards here. So at the bottom, we have butterfly pea flower with change, serenity, and beauty. So again, there's that change, that shifting. We also have youth, falling in love, spiritual aid. And we have the lavender here with happiness, relaxation, and safety. Interesting. Yeah, lavender, some of you could be using lavender like from a scent perspective in your house, whether it's like an oil, like essential oil or something to that effect. I don't feel like spring is going to be this like mad rush. It feels like there is a focus on like doing what feels good for you, and that doesn't make you feel like things are kind of chaotic. Some of you could be falling in love. Some of you are just falling in love with your life, though. You're falling in love with, even the youth makes me think of that. Like you look at like young people and babies, toddlers, you know, little kids, like they notice all like the cool little things of life. And as we get older, we kind of lose that a little bit. And so it's almost like, I'm hearing like stop and smell the roses. So it's like you're taking your time through this season, even though you're going through maybe some big shifts or some big shifts are happening. It's like you're wanting to kind of like slow down, or there's an emphasis on that. Whether you're doing that or not, there's just like this emphasis. Let me get one more from this oracle. Yeah, there's definitely this movement that I am sensing. And then we're going to get into the tarot and see what that has. Okay. So we do have healing the past at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this has to do with that cycle breaking. It says, I step into my future with strength and clarity. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, the road is clear. So there's this clarity that is coming through for you. The first card that came out here was manifesting dreams. Then we had taking action, exceeding expectations, and we have cherishing self. I feel like this is the slowing down. So it says, I accept and love myself. I feel like you're going to be really excited about like the actions you take. I think you're going to get results. You're going to see results. You're going to see like the effort that you're putting in. It's really starting to like snowball and kind of like take off. It might not necessarily be fast, but it's like everything's like compounding is more of what I'm getting with the snowball. So the manifesting dream says, my dreams are coming true. I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. I soar into excellence, and then I accept and love myself. So there is this need for you to kind of like have this self-care, relaxation, making yourself like feel good and like nourishing yourself during this time of spring, whether that's like going outside more or eating good foods or just taking action on the things that you know you need to do. Or maybe for some of you, it's just also like getting the basics done. Like I'm doing my laundry every week. I'm, you know, like it could be like the very bare bones things, but they make you feel good because they make you feel like you're on top of it and you're looking after yourself. Again, I am getting this like movement. It'll be interesting with the tarot to see if there's any movement cards, but I think the key here is to be open. And when you see that the path is clear or you're understanding what needs to be done, that's where the taking action, I feel, is like making sure that when the path is clear and you know what to do, just go for it. Like you don't need to wait. is what I feel like saying as well. So some of you maybe could be waiting, or you've been waiting. I feel like now is the time to, when it feels right, when it feels like the road is clear, because all of you obviously are going to have different time frames of like, you know, when to move and when not to move. But I do feel like at some point in springtime, there's going to be this energy of walking your own way, taking your own actions. I'm also getting this energy of gratitude coming through, like needing to have gratitude for where you are. Again, I feel like it's like that stop and smell the roses, you know? So what else do we need to know for springtime? What other energies or continued energies want to come through here with our message? The energy of spring for the collective. What is this energy for spring? I also feel Spirit's really trying to support you by showing you the really good things, or having you see positive, you know, positive energy, positive feedback. I feel like that's a little bit of this like compounding with the Queen of Wands. Yeah, a lot more energy. A lot more energy is coming through. I feel like a lot of you are going to feel like you've got more energy. You're more enthusiastic, maybe even about life. Look at that with the Death card. So death and rebirth, specifically this card says, right? Which again, I feel like is this like cycle you're going through. This big change. We had change here at the bottom of this deck, and I just saw 11:44 on the clock, but there's change coming, but it's good change. What else here? Yeah, look at that. 10 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like it's helping you get further to where you want to be, or where you want to go in your life, what you want to have, your vision. We have the Nine of Swords, and we also have the Tower. Give me one more on that. Give me a card to clarify this Nine of Swords and the Tower. What's this about? Ten of Swords. Some of you could definitely be going through some sort of ending here. Clarify this death and rebirth then. Four of Wands. Three of Swords. 10 of Wands. I feel like, yeah, I do feel like this 10 of Wands, or sorry, this Death card here is like this cycle that you've been going through, where it's like, you know, the death and the rebirth, right? Like of like what you're going towards, of feeling happy and celebratory, but where you've come from. And we even have like it being a 3 and a 4, right? So there's this like, even though they're different suits, it's like, I feel like there's this energy of trading one thing for another, or going from one direction into another direction. So there's like this death and this rebirth. So there's this shift and this change based on the actions and the things that you're doing. Again, this comes with maybe a bit of a heaviness or a challenge or a lot of responsibility or obstacles in some way, shape, or form. But I do feel like you are, sorry, excuse me. I do feel like you're moving through this energy. Now, the interesting piece as well, because we got 10 of Wands, we got 10 of Cups, and 10 of Swords. There is like completion here. There's completing energy. And I feel like something's maybe coming to an end here. Can we get a little bit more about like what this is? It's interesting though that we go from the 9 to the 10 of Swords. So maybe something you've been stressing about is coming to a close. We have the Lovers. Yeah, I feel like you benefit, again, still from this situation. We have the Lovers, and then we have the 8 of Cups, and we have the 6 of Wands. So there's like victory from this. I feel like though it's been maybe challenging, there's also this choice to move forward or to move away from this energy. Now, for some of you, I'm getting this is like a mindset. This isn't necessarily like a thing that you're moving away from, but it's like you're realizing maybe your mindset isn't emotionally serving you, right? Like it's kind of maybe getting you, you're on a bit of a roller coaster, or because then we have the sun card at the bottom of the deck, which makes me think of like your energy, your vitality, right? Which we talked about, this Queen of Wands. So some of you are like your stress or your overwhelm, your mental activity could be ending, or there's something that like rejuvenates you, okay? And it's emotionally, I feel like, helping you move away from what's maybe not been feeling good. But this is a choice that you're making to change something, or even like an aha moment with the Tower here. The Lovers also makes me think of like alignment and like being in alignment with ourselves, the universe, like our higher selves, right? To make these choices, to make this discernment. And I just feel like, yeah, some of you are making this choice. Now, some of you could definitely be making a choice to walk away and end something, or someone's making a choice. But I do feel like there's victory here with this. Maybe whether you see it or not initially, right? It might be something where you down the line are like, okay, yeah, it's a good thing that that ended. It's a good thing that that, you know, moved away here. So that's what I see for like the Tower energy kind of gives me like, again, collectively we're going through a lot, but we're also in eclipse season. And so I feel like there's a little bit of that energy still to play. As I'm doing this reading, we're entering, what day are we? Is it next week? No. Yeah. Next week, like on Friday, we are going to have the Aries eclipse. So that could definitely be a factor here of like whatever this is. But like I said, I do feel like you're getting your energy, your vitality back. Even with this Queen of Wands, that's what I said initially, right? Anything about this, like taking action and moving forward, you know, towards the things that we know that we want, or our path or our direction. Anything about moving forward and taking action. We have the Six of Pentacles. Oh, we got the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So being these are both like pentacle energies. We even have the Empress at the bottom. So again, don't be afraid to guide yourself, to lead yourself. I do feel like though, allow yourself to be open to different opportunities, or just opportunities in general. Some of you, there could be something specifically with money here, but I'm also getting, because it's two pentacle energies and then also the Empress with the earth energy of Taurus, it's like there's also this like grounding in reality. So what it is that you're doing is like you're grounding things in reality. Six of Pentacles is also about like planting seeds for the future. So I feel like you're going to be planting these seeds that are leading you to your long-term goals, right? With the Ten of Pentacles. Sorry, my throat's a little froggy here. We got Justice, King of Wands. Yeah, this is like taking actions like based on the results that you are looking for or that you want. Justice is cause and effect. So the actions that we take give us certain results, good or bad, right? And so I feel like you're really looking at with the Justice and the Six of Pentacles. Interesting too, they traditionally, the Six of Pentacles would have the Justice Libran scales on it. So I feel like there is the things that you're doing, you're looking for a certain reward. Ten of Pentacles, right? I do feel like you're going to kind of like how I mentioned before, like you're going to take action, you're going to see this results. There's going to be this snowballing aspect where it's like you're going to be planting seeds and you're going to be seeing the results of those things, and it's going to be guiding you, or it's going to be instructing you as to like, is it working, is it not working? The King of Wands makes me feel like you're really taking authority here in your life, stepping up to the plate here and like making the actions happen, you know? Definitely making the actions happen. Yeah. The Nine of Wands here at the bottom of the deck is indicating just this perseverance and this move, like, sorry, my throat is just not giving up here. It's giving like this perseverance of like, you know, being open to, not even open. I feel like this is just like you continually working and taking action and not giving up and seeing the results through. It's also to, I think this cycle energy had said, you'll get through it, cycle ending. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you are having to kind of push through. You are having to, you know, really push yourself to move forward here. So I feel like with regards to your goals, this is about what are the actions that you're taking with this, what are the seeds that you're planting of like how you're taking action. Don't give up on your goals, and then also look at like what am I reaping from this situation? Am I seeing results or effects from this towards my long-term vision and goals? So it's kind of like a building energy. In love, I would say we do have the King and Queen of Wands. We also have the Four of Wands, Ten of Cups. So I feel like some of you could be going through a shift or a change. If you're in a relationship, there's like shifting and changing, but also healing. There is maybe some choices that maybe need to be made around the outlook of relationships or how things are operating, how things are going, mindsets around certain things. But I feel like there's maybe conversations or things going on that are, or actions being taken, choices being made that are ending in good ways. Again, there could be like bumps along the road, or just like this, we are in Mercury retrograde or Venus retrograde. Well, kind of Mercury too, but Venus retrograde as I'm doing this. So some of you might just be facing a bit of like hurdles right now. If you're in a relationship, I feel like if for those of you maybe not fully in a relationship right now, there is this possibility of you could be ending things and meeting someone new. There is this energy though of like committed relationships. But there could be choices to walk away, and this could be choices to walk away from things from the past. We do have the healing the past here. And so some of you could have maybe someone around you, you could be socializing and meeting people. But I feel like for those of you who this message is for, you're looking for something long-term. And so anything that doesn't serve that, you're going to be moving away from that. And so I feel like there's just like that choice there. Money, I feel like looks good. Again, if you're taking the actions and you're building and you're planting seeds in the sense of your money, your finances. Now, this doesn't have to be like starting new things. This could also just be like, the Six of Pentacles can deal with like loans and debts. So you could be working through those sorts of things, paying things off. Again, you're focused on your long-term vision for your financial side of things. So I feel like there's this building and this stability that you're kind of looking for. And again, you're looking at like, how am I moving forward? How am I taking action? What am I getting from this? So really looking at the actions you're taking with regards to your finances and if they're supportive for where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do. So let's get a final message here from the Fairy Oracle to close this reading out for spring. Hopefully this resonated for you guys. We're going to get 3. We're going to get one more. Here we go. Okay. So we have stargazing. It says, when you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Gives me kind of like intuitive energy. Some of you at night could be getting insights or thoughts. It's always a good idea to write those things down. We have magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yeah, interesting. Kind of reminds me of this card here with this, like, you know the path, right? Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Yeah, I love this. This is beautiful. And then we have wait for winter. During the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. Interesting that we just came out of winter. So some of you, again, like, you might still kind of maybe feel like you're in this cold, wintry energy, but I feel like things are going to start to kind of like open up here, or you're going to start to kind of like thaw and warm up. So I feel like trust that when the time is right, that you'll take action. Allow these insights to come towards you. I'm also getting with the stargazing in the winter, like slowing things down, again, getting into that rest, relaxation, and just like self-care. Slowing things down is going to help you get the insight and the, you know, information, if you will. Your intuitive energy is like help you know how and where to take action, give you that sense of clarity that you're looking for. So hopefully that resonates. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful spring energy, springtime. I know I'm getting excited about the sunshine finally coming back out. It feels like it's been a while. We had quite the winter up here in Canada. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm excited to like be able to like sit outside and like read a book or something, you know, like it's tempting me right now because it's been so sunny, but it's like also been cold. So I can't quite do that yet. But I just love being able to sit outside and work and also just like read and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Let me know if if you have any intentions for spring. I'd love to know if you have any intentions for spring, what your focuses are, maybe what you are foreseeing for yourself, and the changes that are maybe kind of going on, if you feel called to share. If you like these messages and these types of kind of more general reads, I do have my Soulful Circle Tarot membership, which is basically a membership, or, you know, like a Patreon, like some people do, where I do about like roughly 3 readings a week for our small collective there. And so we look at different themes, different types of energies, weekly energies, monthly energies, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in something like that, the link for the Soulful Circle Tarot membership is in the description box. But otherwise, I hope you guys, again, like I said, have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye.